Up.
It'll just be Luke in the beginning. Go ahead, Amush.
Okay, no problem, guys. It's fine. Hello, everybody. This is Living Road of Darkness Street Magic. Today we have this scene where we are in the Chantry of Omaha, as it's known as Omaha Chantry. This chantry is something that one of the chantries that Luke joined, and he is waking up. He wakes up. He opens his eyes. It's a good day. He is going to roll his nightmares that we need to roll. And difficulty 6 roll, and I fail. Nice. He saw a lot of nightmares, and he wakes up with him holding his face, and he smiles. It's the worst way to wake up the day. So he goes and finds himself at the near the bed and starts doing his meditation, and it's nearly impossible. The feel of hearing screams and stuff is just makes him unable to do what he wants, but he still tries his best to do this. And then he goes for doing his daily what was the name of that freeletics, which makes him work out with his body and body alone. Goes for a shower. He starts shaving himself after the shower, and then his face. He is looking at the mirror while he gets ready for himself to practice his hand gestures, how he looks for the day. And he already wears his, like the daily wear. He put his shirt on after the thing and he's shaving himself. And he starts talking. He extends a hand and says, "Hello, my name is Luke. I'm owner of this Starbucks." No, this doesn't happen. Hello, my name is Luke. I am owner of the Starbucks. Yes, I got it from a friend. No, it didn't. Hello, my name is Luke. Sorry for the handshake. Yes, I'm sorry. Fuck.
As Luke continues practicing these phrases, his posture, his sound of his voice, he will start to notice almost imperceptibly as he does so, things will start to creep into his vision. Along the reflective glass of the mirror, he sees himself and he sees his motion, the way that he presents himself, and the way that he sort of exudes this confidence. And he sees what looks almost like writing. At the very edges of his senses, he feels as if he can feel whispering. This is similar to what he's been feeling for a while now, as if something has been building and building and building, but this time he catches vague syllables, though they don't quite make out words yet. And he sees them, letters and symbols appearing on the mirror before him.
He looks at these letters, tries to read them, but it's himself. So he tries to understand actually which part of Luke is this. Is this the way he presents himself, or maybe is it the real him that he actually tries to find? He looks more and more, and he looks around at behind himself, like he's trying to understand what is happening. This feeling of um, finally what he's expecting is happening. He's a little bit scary, but he tries to stand as much as he can. So he again looks around and he just says, is anybody there?"
There is no response, although almost as if it's answering your question, you do smell that hint of Cuban cigar smoke that you recognize from the night that you'd awakened.
Al patron, he says with a smile. Probably there's no response. Or
No, nothing responds to you, but you get an almost comforting, familiar feeling from that scent. As you speak, you will notice the syllables formed on the mirror. Some grow a bit brighter, others fade more into the background. If you lean forward and read them, they are pronounceable, but they don't make up words that you recognize from English.
it's, can I roll intelligence academics? Maybe it's Spanish?
You can roll academics. Do you have any occult?
I don't have any cold. Let me check it. No, I don't have any cold.
Okay. Academics works.
I get -1 dice, so I have 3. Oh, no success. He tries to understand and reads them. He tries to read them openly, like like loud. Like when I say loud, it's just he doesn't whisper them. He says in a normal way of speaking, and he asks again, "What's happening? What is this?"
As he says the syllables out loud, he will notice the ones that he speak, they light up. They linger on his vision a bit longer. As he goes through, if he continues to read it, almost as if they are alive, they begin to respond, begin to show themselves to him. And he finds himself gazing again at his reflection, but now the pure essence, the might and the strength that he sensed within himself when he looked at himself with prime sight. It looks like that, though it appears to be forming words.
He sees the might, and he still can't understand the words, I presume. He tries to read them more because the last time that they stand there, he actually like tried to touches the words, tried to grasp them, like pull them closer.
If he reaches out to touch them, they respond almost like one would imagine virtual reality responds, as if they are actual floating things. He can pull them closer, and as they move, as he begins to move them and work with them, they will move as he directs them.
Mm-hmm. And he will try to split them and create his own words, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "What is happening? I'm trying to understand and control the situation."
As he begins splitting them and forming his own words, go ahead and make me that intelligence academics roll.
Okay. I got 2 or 1, up to you.
Okay. He'll start to notice some patterns in them, and as he shifts them around, he will notice he is able to move the words and put them in the order that he wants. And as he does so, he'll notice the mirror light begins refracting off of it a bit differently. Perhaps it changes color, and depending on where he moves the words, it may very well move entirely around him and render him invisible.
Did you watch the Iron Man movie where he puts something out of his phone and he starts taking them and throwing them away?
What's that?
Have you watched Iron Man movie?
No.
Okay, never mind. Avengers?
Yeah.
The Iron Man has this phone where he can, reflect it from his phone, and he can, with his hands, he can play with the virtual reality.
Ah, right.
So, that's how I imagine it.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's how I'm trying to create this. And like you said that they come in front of Luke and they made him disappear or
Yep.
invincible.
Mm-hmm.
So Luke himself disappeared.
Yep.
Okay, he looks around. He tries to understand what the fuck is happening.
Everything that you see appears normal, although your reflection in the mirror is non-existent.
He touches the mirror to understand is it real.
It's real. And as you touch it, you see a faint ripple at the surface, as if something is there. It may be where the reflection of your hand should be.
Ripple?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. He understands the ripple, like feels. Does he feel the ripple in his hand as well?
Nope. You feel the smooth, cool surface of the glass.
Okay. He doesn't understand anything, but what he does is like there's a pattern, and maybe he destroyed the pattern, and he tries to understand it. Like in his mind, he's trying to get it back. How do I say?
Mm-hmm.
He like he has been in some kind of um thing before. Actually, no, that was retcon, so no, I can't use that. What he's going to do then? He is gonna try to he saw this he saw his might in there as it's how do I say saw his prime sight and where he sees and which he sees as might, right? So what he tries to do, he tries to force his will to
Mm-hmm.
not understand but to make the ship answer to him because he saw himself and he doesn't saw himself. This is not normal. So either he sees something different, like he is somewhere different. He hopes that this worked this way because he doesn't know anything, like he doesn't understand anything. So he is maybe he's in a dream, maybe he's not, but like sometimes dreams works as you can force yourself, and he's not trying to force himself out of this. What he tries is like trying to get answers. He tries to control it. Let's just say it that way.
As he searches for answers, tries to get the meaning behind this from the power he saw in the mirror, he will see once again the syllables light up, each of them in the order that he placed them in originally. None of them have moved.
Mm-hmm.
They resonate around and in him, and as he wills them once again, enforcing his desires upon them, they will go back to their original order, and he will be able to see himself again.
He kind of looks and he says, "So this is me. This is." He kind of like smiles. What he gets is that what he understands that when he asked what is happening and he questioned what's happening, he disappeared. But then he tried to force himself enter this situation, and then the thing that he write, "Hello, what is happening?" turned into something else and shaped him, and he saw this as what he saw as might. So he he thinks that this is for me to reach understand what is happening. I need to be like this, what I saw, because this is me. And when I ask this question, this is not me. I am not maybe powerful or mighty when I ask question that I'm not going to get any answer.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to he doesn't understand the words. The words are different, but it shapes Luke. You said the Luke appears again, right?
Yep.
Does when he moves, does the Luke in front moves like him?
It does.
Okay. And he looks at the. Do I still see the prime, like the sight or the verge?
Oh yeah, it hasn't gone away.
Okay.
In fact, if anything, they grow brighter and brighter, almost making you pay attention to them as if
Hmm.
you cannot look away.
And what do you, what Luke wants is he wants to be this man, and like he wants to embrace it because this is Luke. Like the some symbolism tells him that this is what you should be and not you shouldn't ask questions. This is what he gets. And maybe can I force my will to embrace this as a
Would
sign of maybe control?
what are you doing to enforce your will upon it? It's standing there in front of you and mimicking you right now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to do to move it?
Hmm. He moves again, and again it's the way Luke moves. Like there's no difference. He Luke moves like he doesn't talk him back in different motive. So he closes his eyes. You said that the power, the might was there, right? Like, and he tries to reach them and take him towards himself with his hand from the mirror, like like you are mine.
As you reach out, you will feel the cool, smooth glass of the mirror, and then, almost as if it was made of incredibly thick water, your hand will go through it. And you will feel a rejuvenating sort of warmth in your hand as you're touching and grasping some of these letters.
He's trying to pull them out of the mirror to himself, where he really is, because like that is powerful. That explains me in his mind, and he tries to grasp him and like get him out, like like he already broke to the in his mind whatever this is. He already broke. He did something he can't normally does. So like he tries to get it for himself, like come over here, you're mine.
As you pull and you pull, the reflection of you has stepped aside and is watching. And you notice now as it taps the ash off the end of the cigar.
Mhm.
You pull the warmth, the light, and the strength towards you, and through tremendous effort, even more so than your more intense workout regimes, you yank this light and this power out through the liquid glass. And you find yourself holding it in your hands, a mass of words that you can only half understand, but the feeling of raw, pure quintessence.
And he puts his body because the half of the things that he does in magic is his body gestures, his movement, his fighting style. So he like puts it on himself, like this is mine, this is me, because his body is the himself, and his body is where the power comes from, and it should be with his own body.
And as you pull it in, it will go through your clothing, through you, and you will feel yourself suffused with this inner strength and this warmness. The syllables whisper in your ear, and for a moment you are overcome with what you have taken. The figure in the mirror has taken the shape of the man you spoke to during your awakening, Mr. Escobar. He gives you a bit of a smile and a wink. He puts out the ash on his cigar and slips the rest of it into his pocket. now unlit, and he will turn and walk almost as if he were walking past you through a doorway. He goes to the left of the mirror and disappears.
The intense workout makes him really tired. His muscles are hurting, and he looks at his body again. Did he embrace those things, or they're still on him?
They have become part of him. And you will notice the mirror has opened up as a doorway.
Say it again, please.
You'll notice the mirror has kind of become a doorway or a portal. It's not reflecting the room that you're in anymore.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it reflects a massive hallway with tall walls and torches of fire that light the hallway.
He goes there, like he tries to enter.
As you go through, it again feels like you are swimming through liquid glass. And you push through, and it's so much more difficult than swimming in water. But eventually, when you finally make it, we're going to turn to the only person currently in the Diogenes Club as he hears the wards go off.
Wait, what?
The spirits that flit around the inside of the Diogenes Club are going fucking wild as they inform you that there's an intruder, but they did not see him enter.
See, I'm gonna write in the Almahara chat that Luke disappeared. Is it a problem, Shelby?
Nope, that's totally good.
Okay, Q, flailing hands, running around in a circle for a second, before running through the halls looking for an intruder.
Luke doesn't know where the fuck he is. Like, he probably didn't get his shit. Like, only thing that he has probably is his wallet with him. And he, like, looks around, like, like, what the fuck is happening? He doesn't know. When he, like, tries to find Patron, which is Pablo Escobar. So, like, he says, Patron, are we there? And he starts looking around.
Where exactly did he pop up in the Diogenes Club, Shelby?
The spirits that help deal with the wards say that this intruder has entered in the library.
Oh no! He runs to the library.
He's like, I don't know Diogenes Club's library, but I heard it was really big and it has its own personality.
Yes.
Like, Luke is looking, like, he doesn't touch any books because he knows the big libraries has, people who get pissed off if you touch their books. He looks around and he's like, Patron?
Eventually you'll hear a door open and some footsteps. And if you look around, you'll see a panicked Scott.
Are you all right? Did something happen?
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay. You know what? It's a good idea if you just come with me right now.
What happened is I was at the chantry. I saw a door reaching somewhere else. I entered, and this is where I find myself.
Okay, yeah, let's discuss it outside of this area.
You see, like, Luke's is barefoot, and his boots might be like, pardon, Shelby?
When you say that you should discuss it elsewhere, you hear the grumble of the library starting to wake up.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. Yeah. Hey.
Luke, like, looks around, like, who's this guy?
You know me. We met. You know, we had to sit
No,
down.
I know you. Who is this guy who's grumbling?
Come on, I'll explain later. But you gotta come, please.
He arrives like, what the fuck is happening? Like, can I ask something, Shelby? Like, is it like a dragon grumbling? You know, you hear it around yourself. Like, you don't hear from someone. You don't see anything. It's just there's a grumbling. Shelby.
Chubby.
Maybe she'll have to. Never mind. So Luke kind of follows Scott. He's barefooted. He looks like, I'm really sorry. I don't know what is happening. I was at my morning. I was doing like my morning workout. I saw a mirror. Mirror had words. It has me differently. I need to do something that was really weird. I was paranoid for a week now, and I'm not right now. I don't know what is happening.
Okay, so you kind of had a vision or something?
Yes,
Okay.
I think so.
Any ex like old flames girlfriends appear in it?
I had only like one girlfriend for the 10 years.
Was she in your vision?
No,
No. Okay. Never mind.
but it's supposed to
Okay.
happen.
You know, I kind of experienced something like that not too long ago. I don't recall ever teleporting anywhere. That's a new one. But if you you know what? There's a head honcho in town. She can probably explain things better than I ever could. And I remember you were kind of asking about the order and everything. She'd be the one to tell you.
Okay, I shouldn't go near her barefooted. Can you
You
give
know
me shoes?
what? I think I got an extra pair. Yeah.
Thank you. Like it's kind of important to impress the lady. To be an impressed person. It would be really bad for me to go barefooted.
You know, I kind of committed a faux pas too, and she was okay with it.
Just let's just don't let's not do any faux pas
Oh,
first.
yeah. No, I understand. And Scott will lead him to his room. And what do you know? They have the same shoe size.
Like it's fine if it's not Luke or wear it again, and like even if his legs are being tortured, he would wear them because it's like he cares about it like too much about like etiquette and stuff.
Mhm.
And then presenting himself is one of the most important things ever. So like it's important for him. And you
Okay.
see, it's probably not the same food size, and it's hurting, but he doesn't say anything. He just like going with it.
So your vision you gain some kind of understanding or something.
Yeah, I did. I think what I understand was that the five.
That's good. That's good. That's progress. Yeah. Same thing happened to me.
Okay. Okay. And kind of looks at this like the shirt and like he looks around it. Is it like wet or not? Because he saw some waters and he like cleans it off as much as he can. And he's like, I'm ready.
Okay. Follow me then.
He follows him.
And Scott will escort him to wherever the Archmage has been holding up whatever her room is, and we'll knock upon the door.
As he answers the door and steps through the large magical ward of words that appears to be encompassing the circumference of the room, the moment she steps beyond that threshold, you again feel that intense pressure as if you were in the middle of a hurricane. Your ears pop, and yeah, it feels very, very intensely powerful.
Hey, this guy just showed up. popped up in our library. His name is Luke. I can vouch for him. He actually expressed interest in learning about the order a while back. So this is fortuitous.
The Luke kind of like bows because he doesn't know what the fuck he should do. The nodding would be me considers nodding, but nodding would be inappropriate for this power level. Maybe so he kind of like bows slowly and looks at him. My name is Luke, and I'm sorry for entering uninvited. I wouldn't do that if I know that I would be here.
That's quite all right. It's not uncommon for strange things to lead you to meet people. What brought you here?
I saw myself in the mirror. Saw power. And the more I ask questions to myself and try to shape it to my own, I was losing it. But in the end, I pulled the power out of the mirror and make it one with myself. I controlled it.
Did anything appear to you during this? Perhaps something that you saw when you awoke?
He nods. I did. I just saw him.
I see. That's a good sign.
I
How
apologize.
now?
He wouldn't cut her off. Can you repeat again?
How are you feeling now?
I was paranoid for a week now, but I'm understanding now what happened. It gave me a message about myself that I should not be just asking questions and understanding. I should be more active. It made me understand about the things that I control, or try to control.
I see. When that occurs, generally it's because your avatar is testing you to see if you're prepared for more enlightenment and more power. If you succeeded, you may very well find yourself with that soon.
He nods. It was really nice because I really wanted. It was 5 months that I'm like this, and I take things slow. I try to learn everything, or as much as I can. But I was expressing interest in the order. Every other tradition has explained to me as they have been. One of them said that their world is a wheel. One of them said they try to make everything better. The other said that the power of the god gives them power. But I find myself more. The explanation that Scott gave me makes more sense to me. I didn't even believe in magic for until 2 months ago, where I saw things that I can't express, and now I believe in it because I pull it out of the mirror and give it myself. Kind of looks at his chest, and he looks at his hands. I believe it now. I can control it. I did it. I think I can do it again.
It's excellent news. How did Scott describe the Hermetics to you?
It was a brief talk. He was busy, and I didn't want to take more of his time. He explained it really nicely, probably better than anybody else, because a lot of people the other people that I met in traditions usually told me how they are. But Scott expressed the magic in the existence, and he put it in such a good verse that I actually find myself understanding what he says. Because for me, it's about magic. Now that I believe in it, now that I believe in it, and now that I can control it, I can do better. And I heard that the order is the from him that I heard the order is really strict about their about everything they do. I heard that they are leading the traditions. I'm gonna roll
All of
Rachel
that is
too.
quite accurate.
I'm gonna roll Rachel too because, like, Scott told me a lot of things, but this player forget it. And I got one success. Shelby, can you give me like brief description about the order?
All right. The briefest description of the Order of Hermes I can give you is Clan Tremere.
Oh,
The more complicated description is they're super hierarchical, disciplinarian. They have strict roles and sort of levels of mastery and teaching, but they are also considered basically the elite. Like, this is the they consider themselves the best as far as magic goes. There are proud hermetics who think that they invented magic. Like,
And if I may, one thing I recall explaining was just the importance of learning and pushing oneself to study and better themselves in magic. And
the Luke kind of like thinks for 3 seconds and then he says, I've been also told by Scott it's about a lot of book reading, pushing yourself more, discipline, and these are the things I find myself in common. I read books a lot to make myself better. I work out every day just to push myself better. And it's about being, my whole life was about trying to be better than others. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but it's about surviving and controlling the area that you have so you can have a better understanding. That's what I did all the time. And now the discipline, the hierarchy, pushing yourself, etiquette, these are the things I can force myself even if I fail.
as a bastion of knowledge, it would be much unlike a hermetic college to reject those who wish to learn from it. I will not lie to you when I say that being part of the order is not easy. There are many magi who may very well be competent magi who could not deal with the sort of hierarchy and sort of expectations that the order will put upon you. But should you have the will, the discipline, and the desire for knowledge, I'm sure you'll do quite fine.
He knows. I do. I want to learn.
I will be happy to teach you. I am not the master of this chantry, but I will inform him that at least we may have a new potential recruit.
Thank you.
You may expect hermetic training daily. What hours during the day are you typically available?
After 8 at 8 p.m. I will be free. I am a Starbucks owner. The
Very
character
well.
doesn't laugh. I'm a child laugh.
Then at 9 p.m. sharp, I will see you for hermetic instruction. And
Yeah.
she'll look over at Scott. Hopefully I'll be seeing you and Dante there as well.
Oh, I will surely be there.
Excellent.
Shelby, I need to ask you a question, LLC.
Mhm.
The protocol says tutor's debt must be repaid. Hermetic College expects tuition after each semester.
Oh
What
yeah.
kind of payment we pay?
Usually it's done in favors
Mhm.
because mages don't largely care about money.
Okay. The Luke kind of like he doesn't create eye contact with her because like she has this aura of power, and he doesn't want to disrespect her. And he just says I have learned the protocols, and the protocol says tutor's debt is paid. I owe you for expecting me here. Pardon, accepting me here.
I can assure you, you can pay back all debts in time.
You know,
But for now, knowledge is the most important thing, and that is what we will focus on.
he nods. I apologize for taking your time. Time is precious. I can understand. And he turns to Scott and says, "Thank you a lot."
No problem. Yeah, just I wanted to explain about earlier about getting you out of the library. It kind of has a mind of its own, and it's a great resource. Don't get me wrong. I learned a lot by studying in there, but sometimes it wants you to do things, and I wasn't sure how it was going to react to the situation of some guy just popping up in the middle of it.
This is Luke's face right now.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't get it. It has a mind of his own and stuff like that. That is too open for him. But he nods.
It's magic.
Magic.
Welcome aboard.
He extends a hand to Scott.
He
I
will.
believe he should
Yeah, he'll
not
accept
take
it.
the time with the Archmage. He basically means like, let's fuck off. Like,
The Archmage will give them both a very gracious sort of bow, and she will step back into her warded room. The moment that she is fully within the circle, the written characters around her light up a bit, and you no longer feel like your head is going to explode from the power.
That's intense.
and that is intense. Again, thank you, dude. Like, thank you so much. This is so weird. This is so weird.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know. It was really weird for me. Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, it just 1 minute you don't know what's up from down, left from right, and then the next minute you're setting someone on fire because that happened
That someone on fire?
last night.
Only perception. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your difficulty is 8.
He's not lying. He's,
No. This is
Oh.
you roll perception empathy.
oh, my dice aren't loading, man.
Okay, I can roll for you if you want.
I've got 6.
Okay, difficulty is 8. He got one. You don't see shit. OOC, he burned someone as well, and he hates it. He hates himself for it, so he tries to hide it.
Okay.
And he he nods. I should call my chain mates. I should go near them.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I will be here tomorrow at 9. He extends a hand again. Thank you a lot, Scott.
Oh yeah, no problem. Let me show you out.
I will buy you new shoes.
But you can just return those whenever you get the chance. You don't need to buy me new ones.
He nods, but see, tomorrow we will come with new shoes. As a gift. And go on.
No, nothing.
Okay. I believe that will be the moment maybe we end our scene, shall we?
Yep. Thank you to both of our players for playing, and thank you to our watchers for watching. This has been another scene for Living World of Darkness Street Magic.